nourish your Sigma grind set. At the Pre-Engineer Society, we are on a mission to empower aspiring engineers and other related professions. We emphasize bringing valuable information to you from health and medicine to space and physics, because when you create value, you make a change, an impactful change that has 100% value. Pre-Engineer Society, nourish your Sigma grind set. Without further ado, let us present the Pre-Engineers podcast. Welcome to the podcast where we bring you the hot new science topics in engineering, space, and medicine.
Okay, well,
welcome to the Second Nature podcast. Introduce yourselves with a fun fact. So, my name is William, and my Sigma routine is that I get out, I take a piss, I do some stretching, and then I get out of bed.
Hi guys, my name is Jan, and my Sigma fact is that I've had a cast on my left arm for 12 weeks, and therefore my right arm is disproportionately bigger than my left.
hey, I'm Gio, and my
Sigma
fact. My Sigma fact is that I like shooting children in laser tag.
Yeah, very interesting. I'm Thomas, and my Sigma fact is I woke up an hour ago, so I probably will feel and talk like garbage.
I'm Aliash, and I don't have a fun fact prepared.
Alright, well, now in this podcast we're going to go over whaling and its impact. So, what do you guys know about whales?
Whales.
They're big.
They are the biggest mammals,
sea mammals,
and the biggest creatures on Earth.
Yeah, well,
They communicate through sound.
Many different types of whales.
Yes, like
a sperm whale.
Yeah. Okay, so they're very heavy,
whale.
of course, and they eat a lot.
Yeah.
They're also very old.
The largest whale was actually 199 tons, 29.9 meters long. So, yeah.
They also are pretty much immune to cancer.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
They have like 8 genes that combat cancer, while we only have 1.
Not only it's the fact that
our one dies, we're kind of messed up.
Something else that happens is since they're so big, a tumor that for let's say a mouse, it would be deadly. For a whale, it barely has any harm. It barely harms the whale. And what happens is that sometimes the tumors themselves develop tumors because of how big they grow.
Basically,
there's an endless cycle of
risk.
There's an endless cycle of tumor genocide.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys know that it's actually quite dangerous just to be next to a whale that just beaches itself? And do you guys know why that's the case?
Oh, yeah, they explode, right? Because methane
as they
in
decompose
their digestive system.
Yeah,
these are very
huge amount of pressure building up.
Of the whale. That's very Sigma of the whale.
Yeah, very Sigma. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, you guys know how whales benefit the environment?
They poop.
Part of the ecosystem.
I imagine that them eating krill and being part of the ocean ecosystem is something good.
The animal contributes something to the ecosystem, and thus their ecosystem, and thus benefit their environment in their own way. Because
also
either they limit the growth of species, or they feed species.
Yeah. I mean, they're also like tens of millions of years old, the species, so they really are part of the ecosystem. So a lot of things evolved around them. And like sharks feed off them and different little animals. And then also
Feed off a whale. Aren't sharks a bit too small?
Not like a baby.
You just
what's it called?
Whales just float to the top.
I guess
and they just
for
them.
baby whales or belugas, I guess.
Yeah.
But but not like.
Like already
Can't
dead.
imagine
whale.
like sharks feeding off a blue whale.
What, like some other animal kills the whale, or the whale just dies
Yeah,
of
okay,
something,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, okay,
And
yeah.
then all these
Eating a
animals
whale
come and start
carcass.
eating the carcass, you know? It's not like they're
blue
gonna
whale just-
swallow the entire thing.
Yeah, and do you guys know how or why whales reduce carbon in the atmosphere?
I do not.
Nope.
I mean,
They're like trees.
don't they produce more carbon dioxide?
No, actually, but they take it all the way down to the bottom of the ocean, and so then it removes carbon from the atmosphere, and then because carbon contributes to the global warming because it interacts with just oxygen, creating CO2, and that warms up. But the whales they actually take it to the bottom of the ocean, and then it doesn't interact with the oxygen.
And then waves would be very
Okay,
helpful
so,
to humans, you know?
But I mean,
For whale.
wasn't but that doesn't help another issue of like carbon dioxide, which is the ocean acidification. Because in fact, I don't know if it would make it worse because the carbon dioxide reacts with the water and it produces carbonic acid.
I mean,
which,
maybe like ocean life at the bottom kind of absorbs that.
And also, there's always a natural amount of ocean acidification, right? It's just the humans have made it much worse, right?
Yeah, I know.
And actually, shellfish they need carbon to make their shells. So actually, carbon is necessary for just a marine life. They need carbon. It's not that it's bad for them. It's essential.
Yes, you introduce carbon dioxide into the environment, and then, like, as long as it's a moderate amount, it'll be fine.
Can't compare how much carbon we produce compared to whales, you know? It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, there is the natural amount of carbon dioxide like that is needed to fulfill the cycle of carbon dioxide and oxygen on the planet.
Guess it was not the best thing to kill so many of them.
So, do any of you guys know why whales were killed and why they were so profitable?
Well, they were killed to get whale oil,
and also
or like lanterns, light, no electricity, you know. So.
Oh yeah, hunting whales I think was romanticized, which means like made like a more attractive idea by like Moby Dick, for example, right? It was a way that
makes you a man.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you a man. So this sort of culture around it as well, I think contributed.
It's sort of like literary culture, but thinking back, I don't think there were many people who just went there because of the idea of being like manly. Because you practically had like more than a like 70% chance of dying if you went on a whaling trip. Because back then you didn't have the equipment to efficiently kill a whale.
I mean, I'm sure it was still in the back of their mind, like all the story, as if they're killing a dragon, you know?
Yeah.
Big ass animal.
Right. You're right.
I mean, it was very profitable. I mean, the oil was one of the most, like, aside from coal, I guess, one of the few things at the time that could provide energy for lights.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Coal and like fires and like whale oil and like oil lamps.
It was actually
maybe before that was just like darkness. Huge economy,
Yeah.
It was valued at 350 million.
Oh wow. Wait.
So do you guys know how the whale population before whaling occurred?
Was no, I do not.
Probably pretty large.
Yeah, it was almost over 300,000, and the whole whale population was wiped out.
Yeah,
but it's just that was
there's like sound pollution in the ocean, which really annoys ocean animals like whales or dolphins and stuff, and so they basically beach themselves to kill themselves so that they stop hearing all this noise.
Wait, where from? How does that happen?
From like oil rigs and boats and stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow! So
There's a good documentary that explains it, shows it.
what is this document? Do you know what this documentary is?
I remember. You just search like
I guess we need to still
whale
whales
sound
and
pollution.
Nice, it's interesting.
I mean, not nice for
Wait, so
whales.
if there are like 300,000 whales, like before whaling started, how many are there now?
There's 25,000. Well, actually, that was blue whales. I think in the 1800s it's estimated that 2.9 million whales were killed. So there were multiple species of whales targeted, like the bowhead, the baleen, the right whale, the humpback, blue whale, and many others like the sperm whale.
Nice.
Yeah.
And well, did you guys? I mean, it's probably pretty obvious now, but do you guys know why whaling came to an end, or just hypothesize why it came to an end?
It's
Seemed like a moral
just
issue.
kidding, no. Yeah, it's a moral issue.
Yeah, and then also found like good replacements for oil, electricity, light bulbs.
They found replacements. I wouldn't say they were good replacements, but they found replacements.
But
because mineral oil has a whole other set of problems.
Yeah.
We won't delve into, but yeah. They found replacements, and also there was a lot of people started, they started thinking about the environment, and they became more aware of their surroundings.
I mean, at least whale populations are starting to recover.
Yeah, but it's never going to recover for at least 200 years, because
it's not gonna reach the level it was before humans began interacting with them.
Especially since there's still some whaling.
I wouldn't say interacting, just really killing them and wiping them out and using them for commercial
massacring them.
Yeah. We humans seem to be quite good at that.
Yeah, and because of pollution, because of like ocean pollution, the odds of the whale population going back to what it originally was at like a reasonable amount of time is also decreased because of all the plastic and garbage like that.
Yeah, but to be fair, at the same time, there's also I'm pretty sure there's researchers that are now tracking pretty much every new whale that they find.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure it's a similar system like with turtles. You know how they put like a GPS system on their back, so they see if there's an issue or something. So I think 200 years is a pretty reasonable estimation.
And I think now the International Whaling Commission's actually set in and put in place measures so that only a specific amount of whales can be killed every year, so that the whale population can still increase. So I think, because lots of whales actually die just from natural causes, not only from humans, then some just die at birth, and then there's many reasons, not only humans, why whales die, and so there has to be a strict amount of whales that can be killed every single year.
Do you know if they count the amount that can be killed?
Do you guys know what countries still allow whaling?
Japan is one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Japan for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, there was Iceland and Norway. So there's three countries. Three biggest countries are just Iceland, Japan, and Norway.
Are those all of the countries? Or
the main countries. There are
most of them are even European.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I understand Japan because they have a huge industry. I understand why they haven't banned it from an economic point of view. From a moral point of view, it's wrong. But from an economic point of view, I understand why Japan hasn't banned it because there is a huge industry. But Norway and Iceland, I can't imagine there being such a big history. Industry. I can imagine it being more of something like tradition.
Yeah,
Actually,
like
it is actually a big industry because Norway never joined the EU, and sorry, wait, yeah, I think it's
Neither
Norway.
did Iceland.
Who what?
Oh, Norway is in the EU. Right?
Wait, is it?
Sweden's not.
Okay, wait. Okay, but Iceland, I know that. I know that they didn't like want to join the EU for a long time because of fishing, just because of the fishing restrictions of the European Union. So it must be important if it's. I think it has.
I know that Japan kills a lot of whales, but how many do Norway and Iceland? I've never heard of them being like a big problem.
I think
Iceland is just involved in primitive whaling, so just it's a link to the just providing food and just immediate needs of small communities.
Which is more
So,
understandable.
Yeah, it's not linked.
Like that's good.
I mean, like
Yeah.
since 1985, Japan has killed slightly over 20,000 whales. But I don't think that includes illegal killing.
Yeah, it's probably quite regulated the amount of.
And then Norway has like almost 11,000. Russia 9,000. Denmark and Greenland both almost 5,000. USA 1,500. Iceland 1,000. South Korea 69.
Okay, well, I think that will be the end of our podcast, and well, you can contact us at weller.t.we@gmail.com, and well, we hope to see you next week when we're going to be talking about Mars, and so and just topics related to Mars. So yeah, say goodbye, guys, and yep.
Goodbye. Thank you for listening.
Bye.